So the single arm front high plank is a high plank that you're only doing on a single arm. So holding in a push-up position, you remove one arm, and then you're just holding that position from a side angle. You also see this. Notice how my back is relatively flat, so my butt isn't down, my butt isn't up. It's relatively flat, and I'm doing that single arm. Some keys to focus on while you're doing this. Number one, you want your feet to be wide, so that way you have a wide base. This is not only really hard to do with a narrow base, and obviously it's doable and beneficial, but you'll notice I'm starting to get some hip and shoulder turning as I do this, as opposed to if I go with a wide base, much easier to keep my shoulders and hips square, which is key number two as you're doing this. As you're doing that front plank, try to keep your shoulders and your hips as square to the ground as possible. I'm not saying that you're not gonna get benefit if you turn the hips or the shoulders, but I don't think you're gonna get as much benefit, particularly because when we're going with single arm, we're in large part targeting anti-rotation through our spine or through our core, training our core. So when you're doing this single arm plank, you want to keep those shoulders and hips square to the ground, and by having your feet wide, that's going to enable you to do that. As always, on any type of plank, try to keep that belly button towards your spine. Try to create as much tension as you can through that abdomen, and that's how you do the single arm front plank.